Hello everybody, this is Jeff at etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a look at this TST tire pressure monitoring system with the color display and the 6 flow-through tire sensors. Now this TPMS system will let you monitor your vehicle's tire pressure and the temperature via this included color display. It also works great with your motorhome, your fifth wheel, or your trailers. This part will include everything I got laid out here on the table. It has the color display right here, the cradle mount, the suction cup mount, comes with a 12-volt power adapter and a micro USB cable, the 6 flow-through tire sensors right here, and it comes with the repeater. And over here we have a nice installation manual that'll describe how this all hooks up and how it operates. Now I'm talking about this being a color display, so to see that we're going to go ahead and zoom in. And if I can show you up close what we're talking about, on the side is an on-off switch. So basically if you just slide that switch up, you can see how it comes on. It's in color. And then it goes to the 2 boxes you can see here, and those boxes are marked PSI for the pressure and Fahrenheit for the temperature. And then you can see the different tire locations it shows you. So what you want to do is to set the pressure, there's a set button right in the middle here. If you hold it down, you'll hear that audible beep, and then just push it the next time, and then it's flashing, so you're ready to set. So you set your temperature and then set your PSI, and then at what locations it'll show you that they're monitoring, and then you're all ready to go. So it's pretty easy to operate. Now this monitor is a color widescreen monitor. It'll provide early warning detection with visual and audible alerts. Helps detect blowouts, significant pressure changes, and tire temperatures that might exceed 158 degrees. They do refresh automatically with new tire information about every 5 minutes, and you can preset the monitor up to 4 separate vehicles or trailers. We mentioned the mounts. It has a cradle mount here, and it's a non-slip for your dash. You can see when you put it down it doesn't slide. So if you want to use for the dash mount, just push that in there, holds it right into place. The other option is the easy-to-use suction cup mount. This will let you stick the monitor to your windshield or your dashboard. All that does is turn it around, hook it to the very back, and now you're ready to suction cup it to the windshield. You can make it rotate, set it to where you want, even rotate it up or down. Oops. Up or down. And then if you want to change it to the dash, just putting it on the dash, just flip it over. Slide it back up, and then you can attach it that way, just like that. Now the sensors it comes with, we mentioned there are 6 flow-through sensors. These will check your tire pressure and temperature every 12 seconds. And what's nice with these is they're the flow-through design, so it allows your tire to be inflated or deflated without having to remove the sensors. The other kits that have the cap sensors, you do have to take those off to check the pressure or add air. These you can just leave them on, take the valve cap off, and you have access to the air pressure. Now these are a brass construction. They are designed for use on metal valve stems only, so they'll work on steel, chrome, or nickel valve stems. They are very easy installation. You just screw them onto your valve stem. And just to show you that, I happen to pull, here's a chrome metal valve stem. So if we take the cap off, you can see all you have to do is just go ahead and line those up. Go ahead and screw that on, tighten it down. And when you get tight, you're all ready to go. Just pair it to your display. The other nice thing they offer, if you notice these lock nuts, it allows you to lock them on if you're afraid somebody might just come by and unscrew these and take them. You can lock them on if you prefer. And the way to do that is just go ahead and put your lock nut all the way down. Then take your sensor. Go ahead and screw your sensor on again. And once your sensor gets tight, then just back this lock nut up against it. And then they give you these special tools here that are designed to go over the sensor, and you can put it on the nut and snug it up just like that, and then nobody can really remove it. Makes it very hard to remove. And then when you're ready to take it off, just break it loose like that. Screw your nut down, and then unscrew your sensor. So it gives you a nice theft deterrent. Also, if you notice on the sensors, they do give you some extra pieces. If you want to replace the battery. Now the battery on this will last about 1 to 1.5 years. So once the battery goes low, you do want to replace it. And that's pretty easy to do. What you can do, it uses a standard CR2032 battery that you can pretty much get anywhere. And to do that, you flip it over and you'll see the slot here in the bottom. You take this side, put it in that slot, and then just turn it like that. That'll loosen that. You can remove it, and then there's your battery. Pop your battery in there, and on the cap it has an O-ring. So once you break that seal, you want to put a new O-ring in there, so they include the O-ring. So put a new O-ring in there, a new battery. Put it back on. Line up the threads. And just go ahead and snug it down, and then again take your tool with the slot and just tighten it down just like that. Very easy to do. Also, while you're at it, when you replace the battery and the O-ring, they do give you even these little rubber O-ring for the valve stem. They sometimes get worn. You can pry that out, put a new one in, and then you're all set to go. Now we do also sell additional sensors. They are sold separately. It'll let you monitor up to about 115 tires. Now the micro USB cable right here and the 12-volt power adapter, this will let you charge this display monitor using the 12-volt accessory outlet. Plug that into your 12-volt outlet, plug the USB into there, then the micro USB goes right into the side here to charge it. Now the battery life on this is about 5 days to 7 days on a full charge. Recharge time is about 4 hours. Now the repeater we mentioned right here, when you install that, it'll strengthen the sensor signal and eliminates electronic interference. A few specs I want to give you. First on the tire sensors, just to give you an idea of the size of these. The length on them, one into the other, about 2 inches long. The diameter, about 1 inch. And the height, also about 1 inch. So they're pretty small. Pressure range on these sensors is 1 psi to 218 psi. Operating temperature range is -40 degrees Fahrenheit up to 176 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, the battery life on these is about 1 to 1.5 years. And the last measurement, just to give you, is the monitor itself. Overall dimension on it, side to side, is about 4.5 inches. The height, what I'm going to do is measure to the top of that antenna. So you can see that's about 3 inches tall. And then the depth at the middle is the widest point, about 1 inch deep. The screen itself, about 3 1/4 inches. Height, about 1 5/8 inches tall. But that's going to do it for the review on the TST tire pressure monitoring system with the color display and the 6 flow-through tire sensors.